that done now. Yeah. I love you too, honey. You're the best. No, you, honey. Oh, I love you, honey. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right. With a big all right on top of that, all right. Who's all right in here? Who's all right? Who's all right? I'm all right. You all right? All right. That's all right. Who's all right? Y'all aren't all right? Hang on. I'll make you all right. I'll make them all right. Alright, we're gonna make everybody alright if they ain't alright already, alright? Y'all about to be alright if you ain't alright already. Here we go. Ooh. If you ain't alright already, we're gonna make you alright already. Let's get alright, cause it's alright time tonight. If you ain't alright, and that's alright. You can be alright if you ain't alright. But if you is alright, and tell everybody it's alright. It's really time to be alright. It's a good job, buddy, show. Every which way you go. You can drink us with a beer, you can stick us in your ear, and we'll be right by your heart. It's a good job, buddy, show. Have a seat, there you go. Stick your thumbs in the air anywhere that you dare, and you be doing your part. It's a good job, buddy, show. Alright, now we alright. So I was in the middle of unblocking some people. What I'm going to do is randomly unblock people that get blocked by the mods, and it's not the mods' fault. It's just like, when I talk to the mods, I'm like, just block them, because, you know, we were in a heated, like, troll fight there for a while, and I was like, just, you know, the best thing to do is just block them. And so I'll go and unblock you, and if you do something that they want to block you for, you're going to get blocked again. That's just the way it is. I'm not yelling at my mods at all, ever. They are doing me a favor. They are taking their time, pardon me, and I just will not do that. So, I'm in the middle now of unblocking some people. I'm just going to, like, you know, go around and unblock a few, you know, just randomly unblock. So if I feel like I'm blocking you, you're going to get unblocked. And then you got another shot, and if you get reblocked, you get blocked. So it is what it is. You know how it is? Of course, there's some people just aren't going to get unblocked. But, you know, I'm giving some other people a chance. Cadillac Sam, I'm giving you a chance again. Just you, your regular channel. But I'm going to dare you to do type texting. I'm just going to dare you to do it and be thoughtful. Definitely daring you to be thoughtful. Hey, you know what, Doug? I'm unblocking you, man. I unblocked you, Doug. And you know, you don't like me at all, and I know that, but I still unblocked you. We'll see how long that lasts. I'm gonna unblock this one right there. I'm not gonna say the name out loud, but I unblocked you. Here we are, just an unblock, just having a good time unblocking people. Some of them you just won't. There's never going to be a time where I'll unblock them. There are so many people blocked. It's so ridiculous. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 31, 34, 37, 40. Let's see where we are. 40, 43, 46, 49, 52, 55, 57, 60, 62, 65, 68, 71, 73, 76, 77 people are blocked, or 77 channels are blocked. Just a lot of people blocked. Alright. Double checking my mods, looking good, loving my mods. Thank you very much for doing your job. I think we're good there. I think we're pretty doggone good there. Alright, I'll get out of here. And get back to where, yeah, no. Shoot, no. Discard? No, I don't want to discard. Cancel that. Got to save those changes in order for them to take place. All right, there we go. Now I'm getting back to where we're just going to get back to the dashboard here. Right back to the front. Back to the front. Yes, I am having... There are reasons why I struggle, okay? Hang with me, bear with me, please. All right, we're back up here. Here we go. All right, there's that. Okay, now, videos. Yep. I want to get to the comments from the last video so I can get to some questions from the last video. And, there we are. Cliff interview, the Adobe situation. All right. That's me right there. Okay, good. Hope I don't copyright myself. There they are. Got the questions. Got them set. All right. Whew. My hands are cramping. I'm going to say hi to a few people. How are you? I'm so glad you made it. I've been waiting for you. All day long I wanted to talk to you. I'm so glad you're here. Let me see here. Addict Brats, how you doing? Dana, how you? Rachel, hey Rachel. You made a great point over there in the comments, and I'm going to, if you don't mind, talk about that here in a short few. What up, Sherpa? We're going to get that right this time, Sherpa. I'm going to end this right. You know what's funny is the way you end your YouTube streams, YouTube cuts off like the last couple seconds, and you have to time it out right. So, you know, you got to say what you're going to say, and then kind of guesstimate the timing, and then hit the X button. It's kind of fun. Yeah, I unblocked Vinny. He was the first. I unblocked him actually before I even came back on. I just had to save it, so Vinny should be straight to go. Vinny, I appreciate what you did for me the other day. Thank you so much, man. We've all watched you struggle and come back to life, and we're all rooting for you, man. And to do that for me I'm so grateful, and I'm humbled. And you were blocked by accident, and anybody that gets blocked by accident is absolutely going to get back on. But even if you're blocked on purpose, even if you go off the rails one night, everybody deserves a second and even a third and a fourth chance. I know who my quote-unquote enemies are, right? So those are the ones that they're not going to get unblocked. But, you know, man, everybody deserves, in my opinion, people deserve to come back on if they, you know, I don't like the idea of saying I'm sending another adult to a corner and that kind of shit. It kind of sounds weird. You know, I've been that adult getting sent to a corner, and I'm like, you know, just F you, right? Fuck off. I won't come back. I don't want to make anybody feel that way. Right, that's right, Working. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, Susan. Thank you so much. Y'all are, you know, like, dedicating your time to coming and making sure the channel's cleaned up. I have some exciting news, actually, coming up soon. There's a chance that I may be interviewing a 2-time Emmy Award-winning photographer. And along with that, showed some of his pictures, and I'm really excited to do that. He is a I believe media photographer, mostly, like, you know, into the movies, into sets, and into television and sets and things like that, and some pretty famous people. And I'm not 100% sure that's going to happen, but I do want to tease it up a little bit because it may very well. So that could come on the horizon. But tonight, we're going to get to the bottom of what just came out of nowhere, really. Yesterday, where I was just waiting for the sprinklers to come on, and Cliff Elliott was like, I know Adobe, and I talked to Adobe, and I'd like to explain some things. So, you know, I think he pretty much checked through the vetting system, if you will, that we have, and yeah, we put him on, and we talked to him, and he sounded pretty legit. It sounds like he knows Eric, and also it sounds like Eric's doing okay, which is what really, in the comments, that was the overwhelming thing, was hold up. You know, unfortunately, too many people have had experiences with people having stage 4 cancer. I'm included in that. My very own mother, in 2016. In fact, it was the very beginning of May 1st-ish. May 1st or the very end of April, that I got a phone call from my sister saying Mom's in the hospital. She had trouble breathing. And then, thank you so much, Ken. Hey, thank you so much, Ken. I appreciate any time that happens, man. And if I miss it, I'm going to come back on the next stream and make sure I thank you. I'm very grateful anytime anybody throws a couple dollars down. That's so awesome of you. And I intend to leave these streams up a little longer too, because I know y'all have fun with it. And I go around our neighborhood and notice the only consistency right now is Community Cause and myself. And I know y'all like to have this opportunity to talk amongst yourselves, to get things out. And if it's slab related, it's always going to be fun or interesting. And so I intend to hold these streams longer and not make them so much, even if it's an interview, I want to hold the streams out longer for your benefit, to be able to chit chat with each other. Less and less, fewer and fewer people are willing to hold out streams, except for, like, you know, Sam, who does them for 7 hours. I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing any 7-hour streams, and I'll never break Joanne's record. But I'll definitely want to hold the streams out longer, when, especially now when we're seeing fewer and fewer opportunities, especially at night, to chit chat amongst each other, man. I want everybody to have an opportunity to connect. And it isn't so much about me, it's more about giving the community a chance to connect. So, you know, and really all we do is gossip and talk about what we see. My original dive into Slab City was based on my situation here and our situation here being where it was, but also feeling like these are the people who think like I do. You know, they're about community, they're about helping each other, and sticking up for one another, and also like defying the idea that you need to be trapped in this cage for a majority of your life in order to survive this world. That's not, man, you got here in a race of hundreds of thousands of sperm trying to get there. You won. You already won. So, like, you won the big race. And in a way, it's like, congratulations, here's all the pressure. And I feel like this community is meant to take away from that pressure. You know, they're more interested in how your coffee tastes than how your car looks. And that's what I fell in love with about this community. So, love it or leave it, that's the way it is for me. I'm not, you know, I see it constantly. People rebut me by saying, I got this, I got that, woohoo, I got this, I got that. You know, I'm going here, I've got this car, and I got this job, and I'm making this money. And I'm like, good for you, man. I was doing all that before I fell into Slab City. I was not necessarily, I've never been about material things, but, you know, we were doing fine until all the shit happened. So I you know, probably wouldn't have fallen into Slab City had my life not gotten to where it was, right? So when people come at me with the look what I got and they dangle what I got, I'm just like, yeah, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for community and compassion, connection. I know Kaz likes alliteration, so those are alliterations for just for you, Kaz. So anyway, I did call back homeboy last night. Gotta do this button here. Gotta X out this. Here's a lot of private stuff. Gotta get off of her. Gotta do this right there. Gotta do this right there. Gotta do that. And then I gotta do this, that, and the other thing. Alright, what we're gonna do here is you're gonna hear my attempt to call back Cliff. I'll show you the video. This is me calling Cliff for the second interview tonight. Here we are. Ready?
We're on.
Recording?
Yep. I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Please try your call again later. Goodbye.
That's the answer I get when I call Cliff. There it is. That's the answer I get when I call Cliff. So he is not available for tonight's show, and maybe he saw the comments and was like, I've had enough already.
Yep.
You know, you gotta give it to him though, man. He came on and he said his spiel. He got it out, and whether or not you believe him and all that stuff, that's kind of beside the point. But I think once he saw, you know, when you're on a Good Job Buddy show, the community is going to respond, and when you see the comments, it can affect you in some way. There's some brutal comments in here. There's one by Beast Jr. Yeah, I see you. Who tells me that he knows for sure that what I know that Bubba said to me is nothing. And the funny thing is, like, Beast Jr., your reasoning for knowing that is because you've met Bubba and hung out with him, and you know, so did I, and it's on video earlier in my videos. And what I know about that interaction with Bubba isn't that Bubba said something incriminating. It's Bubba's description that I was able to garner information from that to me is saying something about that situation. But per Bubba's request, he didn't want any of what we said, actually said, to be, you know, I was going to have them on live when I had them here in my house. Like I'm something, like at my mother-in-law's house. When they were visiting us, I was like, you know, do you want to go live? Bubba didn't want to go live, and Tommy was very adamant about that, and I was very much like, I got you. And it wasn't that he said any particular information that would be useful to a detective or something, right? It was something we would get and be useful to us that he said about the behavior, okay, when the camera shut off. That's all. That's all. So hopefully that clears that up. What I want to get to here is, and the thing that I wanted to ask Cliff, obviously, Cliff, if you're watching, if you have my number, why don't you get Adobe to go ahead and call in? If you can get Eric to go ahead and call in, it could settle all this bullshit that these questions, it would answer a lot of questions. when I was told my mom had cancer, it was May 1st, 2016, and my mom was gone May 9th, 2016. So it went that fast. Now I know it depends on the type of cancer and the availability of treatment. By the time my mom was diagnosed, she had pneumonia so bad that she was too weak to undergo any real treatment. And so it was just a matter of trying to make her comfortable. And it was so horrifying to watch any human being go through that, let alone my mother. And I did something that my brothers and sisters don't even know about. I have 4 brothers and sisters from my mom. I have a total of 6 brothers and sisters, but from my mother, 4. And I don't even know if I've talked about this. I have video of what my mom went through during that time. I shot video of the amount of fentanyl they were putting in her, 950 micrograms of fentanyl intravenously. I have video, and I have the notebooks that my mom wrote on. She couldn't talk, she had tube in her mouth, so she wrote feverishly. She would write to me, just, you know, telling me what to do. And she asked not to have any of that fentanyl. She didn't want any opioids. She came in on methadone anyway because of her situation. She did not want any opioids. And in my videos, you can see it goes from 150 micrograms up to like 350 to 450 to 950, all in the same day. And I was just told that they were just making her comfortable so she didn't freak out about having trouble breathing. In reality, they were killing my mom. So, you know, she wasn't worth anything to them. She was on Medicaid. So that is a government bargained price for a bedroom for every night. So she isn't going to make them as much money as somebody on private insurance. And so they wanted to kill her the day before Mother's Day. I believe it was the 7th of May. And I had to fight with them. I had already bought tickets to a Blue October concert, and I was going to go to that. And then after the show, go up to see my mom. Because I was told she was fine and recovering from her pneumonia, and at that point we still had a game plan to attack the cancer. But on the 7th, my brother and sister, well, my brother called me with my sister by his side and said that there was a turn and that they may pull the plug on the oxygen today. And I'm like, why? If the oxygen is working to keep her alive and her mind is awake and alive, why are we doing that today? Why can't we just, tomorrow's Mother's Day and she's our mother. Can we not push through Mother's Day? And I got them to agree to that, and then we showed up. I showed up on Mother's Day. I had a bunch of music I downloaded for her. I played it. She loves the song, "Don't Walk Away, Renee. You won't see me follow you back home. I played a bunch of like her favorite songs, and she's in there dancing with the oxygen, just dancing, doing fine. On the 8th of May, and on the 9th of May, my mom was dead. So stage 4 cancer is a real motherfucker. And to see Eric out there building this home out of the earth, out of the desert, you know, you would wonder about his energy level. He's spending time in 120-degree weather. Then he leaves. He rides a motorcycle down to Galveston, Texas. Look, man, the thing is that so many people's questions are, or their belief is that maybe Adobe is faking his cancer. You know, but I think the thing is, because like Rachel was saying, that he would give her different syndromes. Like there was no consistency to, if I'm saying this right, Rachel, there was no consistency to like, how you feeling today? Well, this bothers me. And then, you know, a couple of days later, this bothers. There was no consistency to the type of cancer he was explaining that he had, to his symptoms that he was explaining that he had. So there's a lot of doubt that he actually had this cancer. And now here we are a year later. Doctor said he had 6 months to live. A year later, and he's, you know, driving a Tesla or whatever. So I got an interesting email sent to me. I'm sorry I'm not reading y'all's messages. Like I said, I'll always go back and read the messages afterwards when I can't see them now. I will go back and get to that. And if it's worth the response, I'll respond in the next video. I do want to give shout outs to Big D. Again, shout out you, Big D. Thank you. Our 4th of July celebration, we will have you in mind, Big D. You made a big difference for us. Let's see here. Okay, here it is. All right, I got these 2 emails forwarded over to me. I could swim to Slab City faster than I'm doing this. I know. Okay, here we go. This is from April 7th, 2016. April 7th, 2016. Please, please, please read and share this important. Eramos Lowry, aka Eric Russell Vale, is not who he claims or appears to be. And unless he steps up to take responsibility for his reckless past, it is our intent to expose him for who he is and what he really is. All right, this is somebody writing an email to people. Actually, this was off of Facebook about the guy that we have all come to know as Adobe. All right. He is a soulless coward that is deserved nothing of what he has. If this were 170 years ago, I would personally call him out on the street and settle this in 10 paces and shot him down as the coward he is. Let me just pause this. There are some misspellings in this, and I'm just reading it pretty much verbatim. As I catch what is misspelled, I'll try to correct it, but it is affecting the way I read it. We have been more than responsible and are only asking him to do the right thing and accept responsibility for the children he ran off and abandoned while they were so young, and they do not even remember him. He has tried our patience and refused to even acknowledge the destruction, lies, and deceit that he has left in his chosen path of life. And if he does not take us seriously, his life as he knows it will come crashing down around him, for he will be exposed to the world for who he really is. This is his last chance for redemption, and this is no joke. We seek out people like this and go through life without. We seek out people like this that go through life without consequences, thinking that they can continue to run away from the chaos they create, and it is his arrogance that has led to this, and will probably end with the destruction of the facade he has created. Again, this is a man who put a Facebook post up about Adobe, aka Eric Russell, aka Aramis Lowry, aka Eric Russell Vale, or Eric Vale. I hope y'all are listening, and you can go back and rewind and listen again. This is from April 7th, 2016. All right. Let's back this up a little bit. His arrogance that has led to his end will probably end with the destruction of his facade that he has created. And all because he has chosen not to embrace this opportunity for redemption. He has made the choice not to do what is right and what is honorable, to make any attempt to save his pathetic soul. He refuses to listen. Those of you that have read this and know him and care about him, God bless it. Operating my wife's phone again. Hold on. Know him and care about him. We're so young. Okay. It's hidden underneath. I can't see it, but essentially his children were so young that they do not even remember him. He has tried our patience and refused to even acknowledge the destruction, lies, and deceit that he has left in his chosen path of life. If he does not take us seriously, his life as he knows it will come crashing down around him, for he will be exposed to the world for who he really is. This is his last chance for redemption, and this is no joke. We seek out people like this that go through life without consequences, thinking that they can continue to run away from the chaos that they created, and it is his arrogance that has led to this, and probably will lead to the end, will probably end with the destruction of the facade he has created. And all of this because he has chosen not to embrace this opportunity for redemption, and he has made the choice not to do what is the right and honorable, to make any attempt to save his pathetic soul. He refuses to listen. Those of you that have read this and know him and care about him should attempt to get his attention. This isn't about money or even retribution. This is about two children that he fathered and abandoned and has taken no responsibility for, and cares not that they have suffered because of it. This is not a random thing, but a coordinated effort to find some justice for these children. But if revenge is all that is left, it will be swift, unrelenting, and final. We will never do any physical harm because that is not our way. But if it becomes necessary, we will not hesitate, nor will we have any regret about letting all of the skeletons out of his closet for everyone to see. To face the judgment that he has brought upon himself, he needs to realize this is serious, and that the facade he has created will end. Again, that's April 7th, 2016. I don't want to say the person who put that out, but I do say that was sent to me by someone who knows who we're talking about when we talk about Adobe. Adobe, aka Eric. So apparently there's a whole lot more to the story that Adobe Man didn't let us in on, and that's probably not an unusual thing considering he's in Slab City. But it does lend to the question, why did he leave YouTube? Was it simply about this motorcycle, or was it maybe about more? Because now the idea that Mike was public. The whole thing with Mike was public. He and Adobe had this channel that was pretty popular. Relatively speaking, he was known now, and maybe he thought that was going to come back and haunt him, and he was trying to get out in front of it. The crazy thing is that after last night, after we talked, and this person, Cliff, was supposedly good friends with Adobe, was going to come on for a second interview, I just ran out of phone last night. Amber was talking to family members back here on the phone because of what's happened with her mom, and I was trying to stay out of her way. It's been pretty upsetting around here because now her mom has been shipped off. So I wanted to continue with the channel and do the things that I do to provide, hopefully, information about Slab City, interviews, do the things that I do. This Cliff guy apparently knew Adobe and was giving me pretty solid information so far as we could tell. And then after the reactions came out, and there's a lot of negativity here towards Adobe, maybe that's why Cliff isn't answering his phone tonight. I got several emails, on top of I don't know how many comments were there total on this. This is like not even 24 hours old, and there's, I think, 34, 37, 38 comments. And most of them are questioning the stage 4 cancer and the motorcycle thing, which has pretty much always been the heart of what we've, questioned here. So now I'm turning this over to you. I'm about to start reading the chat. I'm going to actually pull it up over here so I can see it better. And so you go back here. I'll have y'all up over here in my lap so I can see you a lot better. And I want to see your questions, see your comments about what you just heard. Again, that was from 2016, so these are times before we knew Adobe. I think that's important that this email was sent to me to show me that this has been going on for a while, right? Alrighty, let's see here. Alright. I wish there was a way to take me off of this so I don't see myself. I'm just a little self-conscious. Alrighty here. Whatever, said Finch. I mean, for real, what are we even doing this for? My bad, Finch, I'm sorry. Oh, goodness, there's 101 people in here. Will somebody please tell Cadillac Sam? He lives in Garland, Texas. Alright, so we've gotten so many different, like he lives in Garland, Texas. I've heard that he's in Austin, Texas. And of course, we just heard last night that he's in Florida driving in Teslas. Interesting. Maybe the trick to surviving stage 4 cancer is to get in a Tesla. There could be something about that. I don't know. Here's the thing, man. I know I'm joking around about it, but too many people have had too many real life experiences with losing people to stage 4 cancer, to any stage cancer. And like even just today, her name just slipped my mind. Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife, that was the quickest, like, she went to the hospital and just poof, man. So, like, if you have a secret that people should know about how to survive stage 4 cancer, it would be nice to know. Adobe was the smartest at Goonies Camp. Yeah, that's right, Beth. That's her name. R.I.P. Beth. Is that what you think it was? It was just a scam. Rachel saying he is/was in Florida because I found out that he got a ticket for driving his bike without a helmet and had expired tags in February 2019. That is some real info, Rachel. Thank you. Willie Nugget said he was given 6 months to live 12 years ago. He's a barber. Okay. Well, maybe Adobe could come and cut my hair. I'm ready for that, by the way. I'm ready to get rid of this. It's so hot. I know I'm not in the desert, and I shouldn't even say this because I watch folks in the desert, and I think it's so hot here. But 95 degrees with 95% humidity. It's like swimming in alphabet soup. So this big jacked up thing on my head is only making it worse. Rachel, I think that is probably Rachel. I know, I feel like, anyway, because I don't know you, Rachel, but I feel like I can trust you. And that marries up to what Cliff just said. So likely Adobe is in Florida, and he's probably one of the 107 people watching right now. And Adobe, Eric, you can get my phone number right now from Cliff Elliott. And you can call in right now and we can lay this all out on the table. And honestly, if it's true that, maybe you falsified some information because you were trying to get some peace of mind and get in a place where you didn't have to bother with life itself. And dude, you're in the right neighborhood right now to talk about that. We all get it. This would be the place to come and tell us. This would be the time to come and let it all out, and the place, to find some commune. Yeah, you're going to get a little ribbon because maybe people think you were trying to just, get donations or whatever. But, dude, Adobe, if that Facebook post about you from over 3 years ago is true, and you're just running from the pain of, a bad relationship or whatever it was, there's a lot of people who are going to relate to that in this community. You don't have to just be, to lie and run from it. Maybe come on and tell it up, tell your story. Look, man, Zane Green owned up to what he did, and he decided to live the life that he got. The life that was handed to him, he decided to live it. He decided to say, screw it, I'm walking away from it, and I'm telling everybody that I'm walking away from it, and I'm living it out in front of everybody. That's what he did. You don't have to do shit, man, but you're always going to be on the radar in this community. People are always going to wonder, were you the real deal? Was Adobe Man just an innocent bystander in all this, or perhaps was that Facebook post the real Adobe Man? Is that your actual name, man? I mean, look, dude. Aramis Lowry? Is that you? Rachel, have you looked that up? Aramis Lowry? Is that really him? I haven't had time because I got on here too quick. Man, you all are doing your work tonight. Look at Desmond and Working to Be. They are working their asses off. And Rachel, too. I love this community for its ability to research and run. That's what I love, man. This is why I decided to do this here, because we got so many people who will research and run. That's basically going and grabbing the info and saying, here it is. Grabbing the info, here it is. It's cool as hell, man. Aramis Lowry, Aramos Lowry, a.k.a. Eric Russell Vail, Veihl, EricRussell Veihl, Eric Russell Vail, a.k.a. Aramis Lowry. Stone's comment was why Adobe lied about the frame, the motorcycle frame, and then also he was claiming to be held captive essentially because Mike had the title, and Mike was going to call the police and say that it was stolen. Pardon me, if Adobe didn't come back. That's important to me. If that's true, why did Mike need Adobe? It wasn't just to read the comments. And there was something deeper there. And I remember those videos that they did, Camp Goonies was doing there, after they announced that Adobe was leaving. Every single time it was brought up about Adobe leaving, Mike would jump in and go, yeah, guys, yeah, he's leaving. Adobe's leaving, but Adobe Man gonna come back. He's gonna come back, guys, probably November, guys. Yeah, he's got to go take care of some family situation, guys. But, Adobe Man's coming right back, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. Make sure you hit that like button because YouTube really likes the like button, guys. But Adobe Man's coming back, guys. Don't worry about it. It was like he was painting over, don't worry about it because maybe he had him by the balls and he knew he was coming back. I don't know. And I don't know why he needed him beyond reading the chat, beyond having that moment, the coffee talk, Was there some other thing that he knew about? Was there something that Mike needed to keep him within his grasp about? I remember when Adobe was live a couple times, I talked about this in the last video, Mike was trying to get in touch with him. And Mike, being somebody who did this, who done live streams, would definitely know better than to be trying to get in touch with somebody on the phone that they are live streaming on. He knows how distracting that is. So he was certainly trying to get Adobe's attention. And in some ways, possibly trying to control what Eric was trying to say. And I think if I was Eric, I would probably have done the same thing. I would have been like, F this shit. It's too hard for me to try to say my story and also, remember that I've got to keep Mike's story in my head somehow and keep that shit straight, So I don't blame you for running away from YouTube, Holmes. I'm just saying there's a lot of people who want to know the truth. And you could come on and say it. You could just come on and say it right now and it'll be over. Be over, man. Get my phone number from your friend there, Clifford. Cliff? Why do I keep calling Clifford? Get my phone number from Cliff. Call me. Do I have to start a Call Me Adobe? I can start doing that. Call me Adobe. Call me Adobe. I'm gonna get like 15 people calling me claiming to be Adobe Man. Watch. It is old news, but it came up, man. So now it's something worth talking about. Rachel, thank you. I will look at that. GJB, call me. All right, Robert, I'll call you, man. I don't smoke, Scott. I quit smoking 3 months ago. I want to come back to it, though. Trust me. Hibble dibble, thanks, Vinny. And you know, it's kind of hard being in this community because everybody smokes, and I love marijuana. I think there's nothing wrong with it. I wish I could enjoy it, but I've got to be, you know, I've got to be prepared to take on any full-time job that I've applied for. Thank you, Mary Tillman. That is fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm so absolutely honored. Thank you so much, Mary Tillman. And I hope y'all are enjoying just being able to talk about this. We haven't talked about Adobe for a while, and this dude Cliff brought it up, and all of a sudden it became hot topic. Once I got that email about Eric, I was like, well, there is a lot to this, and maybe we should try to do this. And then Cliff did not want to come on live with me. So that made it, and I'm not saying he didn't want to come on live with me. I'm saying that, you know, for whatever reason, Cliff's not answering his phone. I tried a couple times. And then I asked Amber to record me trying it to show that I did try. You know, I didn't put his phone number up here. But I think maybe Cliff was like, hey, I might have bit off a little more than I can chew. Possibly Cliff was making up some stories. I don't know. I know that overwhelmingly there's been doubt that Adobe was just innocently caught up in some bullshit and he's just kicking cancer's ass. Overwhelmingly, there's some doubt. And, you know, man, I also think there's a lot of people in this community who gave money, time, energy, thought into Camp Goonies and Adobe, and he kind of owes them an explanation. I mean, am I wrong? I mean, I guess he doesn't owe anybody anything, but if all of these things that we've heard are true, doesn't he owe the people who watch Camp Goonies, the people who donated and spent their time? That's the one thing you'll never get back is time. And they spent their time and the mental energy, and they cared. And he flat out lied. He definitely flat out lied about some things. So maybe he owes an explanation. I'm just saying, Adobe Man, here's a great opportunity to get it all out on the table, homie. That's what I'm saying. Cliff, I know you're watching. I tried to call you back, man. I understand you don't want to do this again because I saw the comments. But you got to kind of tune that stuff out. And some of it's creative criticism. I get a lot out of my critical comments because I'm still new to this. And people tell me things and I'm like, I could definitely get better at that. Then I also see some that are just straight bullshit. And then a lot of them that are just good quality content. Like, comments equal content later on. We are in a community with a lot of intelligent people. I would estimate this community is 79% intelligent people and roughly, 15% idiots. And, it's whatever the rest is, 6% other. But yeah, we've got a lot of pretty smart people in this community. And so their comments, maybe they heard it first, Cliff, but a lot of them are trying to tell you something. Man, if you know Adobe and you can really get in touch with him like that, then why don't you help make this shit happen? He can do this pain-free. Let me take all the heat. Let all the comments come to me. He doesn't even have to put up a channel. It can be pain-free and I'll take it all. I'll take all the heat. I'm giving you a chance right now, Adobe Man. I'm giving you a chance. I'm giving you a couple more minutes. And if you don't call, I'm gonna end up begging Cal Sherpa to call again, dude. You don't want that, Adobe Man, because Cal Sherpa knows some shit. I'll be right back. I'm working on it. too bad at all. I'll see you in a few. Alright, that's I look like a banana. I just checked myself in the mirror. Look like a banana. A bleeding banana. Alright, man. So, holy for crying out loud, 112 people. Cadillac Sam would have 6 heart attacks. Why can't I play anymore, man? What's going on with me? What's wrong with that string? It's like I've never played before. It's out of tune. Adobe Man, call the Good Job Buddies show. Anywhere you are in Florida. You can call me collect, and you can make a bet that we'll listen to your story, dude. All of it. Call the Good Job Buddies show. There's no judgment here, yo. Sit back with a beer and tell us everything in our ears, and we'll be right by your heart. Call the Good Job Buddies show. Hey, Cliff, give him the number, man. Email me, chimneyvent@gmail.com. CHIMNEYVENT, chimneyvent@gmail.com. And let's get this out. Let's get it over with. Do it with me, man. Let him come at me. I take a lot of heat anyway. Let's do it. Also, Crow, you sing so beautifully, and I'd love to have you on the show. And I would love for you to sing on the show. Love to hear about your story. You're a true traveler, Crow. Please contact the Good Job Buddy show. I want to have you on, Crow. All right? Please do. Anybody else with any other information or anything you want to do on the Good Job Buddy show, that's what this is about. I want to platform all of you. Everybody has a story to tell, and I want to help you tell it. This could be your show. That's what this is all about. All right? AMJM, you got something to say you want to say?
I've heard nothing of the stream, so just wanted to check in and just say hello to everyone. I'm here and hanging in there. Okay. Tomorrow's the big day, so
It's okay, sweetie.
it's alright. So got 10 days after that to make some miracles happen,
We will.
and
We're going to make it happen, y'all. Don't worry about that.
my mom's doing well. She's hanging in there. Talked to her 3 times today, and she sounds good. She sounds upbeat, and she's in the best place possible so that she can just, get, she needs to get better. She's just been so overly stressed out, and, she just hit a breaking point, because at 70, imagining losing your house.
With these two people, I mean, come on, look at us. Who couldn't have a nervous breakdown with us two? I mean, really, for real. But thank you for your thoughts and prayers, and we're going to get through this, and thank you. Hey, by the way, I got to say this. Cal Sherpa. Call me, Cal.